But we're going to attempt to get some razorfish. We've got our salt, got a trout as well. Now you can dig them with a fork if you want. That's quite often the way I'll do it, but we use the salt technique today. I'm hoping the tide will go far enough, but I'm not 100% on that. And as you can see, I'm just in a pair of wellies. I'm not using waders or anything like that today. It's literally a walk around, and we'll have a look at some other things as well while we're here. Now, this isn't the best place for razors. You do get some, but the sand isn't excessively deep around here, and you hit rock pretty quick. That's why salt's probably better, because trying to dig with a fork, they do go between the stones. Now, there used to be more here, but like I said in previous videos, a lot of the sand has shifted from here, so you don't see much. Plus, you need a really, really big tide down here. I mean, the biggest of tides, and if you don't quite get that big tide, you won't get them. They'll be right on the sort of edge. So they have little porcelain crab. They tend to stick to the rocks underneath. There's loads of them, usually. Right, pop him back. See what else we can find around here. Shell of a shanker, or a brown crab. Must have shed his shell, that one. Now, we might collect a few cockles as well. The idea with today is to collect some cockles and some razorfish for bait, but we're also going to attempt to eat a couple of razors. Now, I've caught razorfish over the years, but I've never actually eaten them. I've always said I'm going to try them, and I never quite got around to it. For whatever reason, on that day, I didn't bother. Have a look at these cricks around here, or crevices. In this case, there's a nice Ormers or something in there. Because one of those with my razorfish would be nice. There's a lobster hole. Although it's a little high up the beach, this one, but you never know. Feel around with the hook, see if there's anything grabs it, moves it. No, it doesn't feel like there's anything in there. You can usually tell because quite often if there's weed in the hole, you won't find the lobsters, because they tend to keep the hole clear of stone and weed. You do sometimes get lobsters under these big rock things here, but I've only got a small hook with me, so this is what we're after. Now, obviously this is just a shell. There are, I believe there's about 3 different types in UK waters. They all look very similar, apart from one has more of a curve to it, whereas the other 2 are more straight. But apart from that, they're very, very similar. So let's go and see if we can find any waiting in the sand for me. This is what I was saying, there's a lot of rock and it's just under the sand, so you have to sort of hit an area where the sand is obviously deeper. And this is why it's a problem to try and dig them here anymore. There's a cockle, we'll take that. Or a clam, a cockle, clam, whatever you want to call them. Put it in our bucket. Like I say, we'll take some things for bait. And of course we'll cook up a razorfish. We might do a few other things. And here, walking around in the stream, is a little hermit crab. You see his claws poking out. And judging the way he's trying to get back in there, he probably needs a bigger home. Put him back. There he goes. Don't ask me what that is. It's some kind of ragworm. But look at the length of its legs. I've never seen one like that before. Strange. Hopefully it's not toxic or anything. You never know what you're going to come across. Now, this here is a crab that's shed its shell. You can see because they've become very porcelainy colour, and he's climbed out to somewhere, probably in one of these crevices around here under a rock. If he hasn't been eaten, there's a soft crab. Spot lobster. that's about it. Right, back over to look at razors if there's any. The tide's gone down a little bit further. It's still got a 3/4 of an hour. Like I say, it's going to be close whether we're going to get any or not. Now this here is a big one. Big old clam. Like I say, we have all sorts of different ones. I've even found one, the shell, still two halves joined together, of a Mediterranean one once, which shouldn't be here, but for some reason was. So, there's a razor hole right there. Trouble is the sand collapses back in on it. There's another one just below us here. You see it's like a rectangle. So get our salt, give it a nice generous daub, and do the same with this one. Cockle or clam. There's actually one right here. I don't know if you can see that. You see here in the stream? He's actually not even gone down. I don't know if we can get him without cutting ourselves. They got the name Razor for a reason. You got him. There we go. See, who needs salt, eh? Well, we got the one we're going to try. Pop it in our bucket. There's a pretty coloured one, look. Right there. Green and pink. One shot water out there. But I think that's cockle actually. Yep, that one's a cockle. There you go. Let's have a look. There's a little sand crab here. Let's give me a rinse. See here? He's got a little flat paddle, so he's a swimming variety. I don't know the species, but we do find them. There is actually another species in Guernsey. I found 3 of them so far. I found the original one, which was, it's an Asian shore crab, and it's an invasive species. It's come over with the ballast waters. So yeah, I'd be interested to know actually if anybody else has found any of those Asian shore crabs in the UK anywhere, because I did actually see a program, it was a YouTuber, it's Nicola White I think it is, she does mudlarking, and she lifted a rock, and 99.9% certain I saw an Asian shore crab under that stone in that video, in the Thames, so, or around that area, so it'd be interesting to know if anybody else has found them. I'll leave a link in the description actually to a page which will show you what they're like and an explanation of them, if you want to check that out if you're interested. Another invasive species right there, slipping and pit on that stone. 2 of them. There's a hole there. Yep, one there. We'll go in the hole as well, just in case. Yeah, that's another one. There's 2 here, actually. Put lots of salt in there. And I think maybe more over here. See a nice big cockle over there, I think. Yep, there's a nice big one right there. There you go. Look, he's actually come all the way out onto the surface. Didn't even stay in the hole. That's how it irritates them, the salt. That's another one. Another cockle or clam. And another one over here. Another one there. That's only a smaller one. We'll let that one go. Just chuck it in the water. So one of them, the razors jetted the water into the my salt. So I'm going to have to. What I'll do is I'll fill it up with some water and make it a salty, watery solution, and we'll use that instead of just dry salt. All you're after is a very salty solution, so it'll work. There we go. Mix that up. So we've got a nice, extremely salty concoction. Here he comes. You'll see that the sand is starting to lift. There he comes. Up he comes. They literally will come out, literally throw themselves onto the sand. If we give it a minute. Any minute now. And you see he's come completely out the sand. And all you got to do, pick him up. So basically you walk around pouring in the holes. You can use dry salt if your holes stay open. If your holes don't stay open, you can mix up a salty solution, just add a bit of water. So you've got like a slush. And that'll do the trick as well. So we've got 3. Do we need any more? I'm gonna, like I say, just try 1 or 2, so we'll walk around, we'll use up our salt. We haven't got a lot left, so like I say, we only came down here to get a few, just to try. There's one actually there, I don't know if it's, there's one there. And there's one here, I think. And here, I'll show you this. This is a shrimp. Now you'll know this in the UK because you have them as well. We don't get that many here, but we do have some proper shrimp burrows in the sand. The other ones we get, that you will see us from time to time show you, is the prawns. We get a lot more prawns than we do shrimp, but that is your shrimp, or your sand shrimp, or whatever you want to call it. So, put it back, and he vanishes. Okay. See right there, that was when the salt was not going down the hole very well. You can see there. There you go, another one. Now if you want to remember where your holes are, where you put the salt in, just pick up some old razor shells like that and use them as markers. Just stick them in the sand so you can see them. We've got one actually over there. You'll see one's coming up again here. Look, he's actually went down again, but he'll probably come back. Give him a bit more persuasion. There we go. Yeah, so all I do is I mark, like just stick it in the sand like that, and you're good. But this one's about to come out, you'll see. Hopefully it's close enough. There you go. Goes back down, he comes back up. There he goes. think he's done this one. I'm going to grab this one because I've just seen a couple more jet up to my right, so I want to go and put some salt in those. There we go, he's pretty much out. Right, while I wait for those, we're going to have a look around these stones over here a little bit, see if we can find anything else. There's one there, and I think that's decent. If I can get it off. There's a baby one on the side as well, which I know isn't size, but I think this one's size. Yep, that one's size. That'll go with our razorfish. Spider crab. Some of these have started hanging around all year these days. Right, chuck him out of the way, make sure he doesn't get squished. Ooh, there's a lovely one down there. Take that one for sure. There we go. Like I say, I'm not really geared up for this. Trouble is, I go in a pair of wellies like this and I get excited, and then I end up in the water. Oh, excited like that. Look at those two. I don't know if you can see that down there. Those two down there, lovely. Like I say, we're not really. In fact, there's three, because there's another one. There's another one down in the water there. I'm gonna have to go and put these on the rock somewhere for now. Down here. And they're all size as well. That one there, lovely. Oof, look at those two. Beauties. Beauties. Nice casual stroll on the beach. Some nice Ormers. Get that one back. Okay. I should have brought my bucket. Just waiting for these razors to come up, and now getting a whole bunch of Ormers. In fact, we could probably go and get it actually. Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to go and get my. Let's get our razors. So we've got one there, one over there that's popped up. And that appears to be it. What is this? No idea. I'm sure somebody will tell me. Stuck on the rock, some kind of sea slug. And down there, fish. One of the Blenny family. Looks pregnant, that one. Yeah, there's over 400 species of those Blennies. See here, this knobbly crab. Look how red that one is. I've never seen one that red before. That's awesome. And you've got rockling and a few more of those. And down there, Scott lobster, and down there another Blenny species. Right. There you go. Look at that. Red. Yeah, I know that. Or at the end of the ormering session, you're fading fast, you know, it's you struggle to get things back. Yeah.
He's going to expect him to give him a piggyback up the beach.
What do you reckon of that one?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Nice one.
What do you reckon about that one then?
Oh, come on. Stop it.
Somebody didn't do this area very well.
Oh, goodness sake.
I better take the third one off as well.
Are you joking? Have you got another one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The jelly devil.
It just takes one rock, eh?
That's all it takes, yeah. Perseverance and just one rock.
There we go. Just pulled that out from this hole here. Little baby lobster. Pretty cool. Pop him back. I want to get him backwards, but like that. Let's see if he'll find his way. There he goes. If you're quick enough, you can do it like this. Dig a hole and grab them, but you've got to be very careful you don't catch your fingers on the shell. Then you have to pull them out very, very slowly so you don't lose the foot, because you can literally leave the hook behind. Like that. And there you go. One razor with the trail. That is actually a clam. What is it? No. Yep, this is a clam. If I can get it out. There we go. Nice big clam. Give it a rinse. There we go. Lovely. In fact, you don't find many of these on this beach. There's other beaches I find them on, but I think this is probably the first one I've ever found on this beach, which is pretty cool. Right, let's see what we've got. I'm going to have to just check the size on these first. I don't want to take anything illegal, that's for sure. So. There's our abalones, and the razorfish and clams are in there, or cockles, clams, razorfish. We've got a nice little haul in there, that's enough, we don't need more than that. We've got our abalone, so all went rather well. Now where's my gauge? I'm just going to check these smaller ones are legal, because that one's got a broken shell, so yep, that's legal. Yep, legal, legal. Legal, definitely legal. I know those are all going to be legal. That one, legal. That one, yep, legal. And the last one, legal. Great. Right, so we've got a couple of razorfish. Now I'm just doing a couple. We just got back. I'm just going to fry them up. There happens to be a pan there, which was some bacon that somebody cooked earlier. So I'm using that pan. I'm just going to keep it simple, fry them up quick, give them a go, see what they're like. So first of all, I'm just going to take them out the shells, which is pretty straightforward. Now I'll just get a board. Basically, just going to cut them open. Now you don't have to fiddle like this if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you really. Like I say, I've never actually tried razor before. I've caught them plenty of times in the past, but it's not something that I've ever bothered eating. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just splitting them open to get rid of any dirt and gunk and that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, there's our razors. Now what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to give them a little bash, because I do know that they can get tough or a bit tougher when they're fried, so just as well tenderise them a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I just want to make sure that I get the best possible experience from these. Do the trick. There we go, that'll do. Right, frying pan time. Which one are we going to go on? So we can go. Right, I'm going to chuck these in the pan. Now I'm led to believe that you don't want to leave them in too long, so I'll just turn this down a bit. Okay, that should do it. Right. Got them on a board. If you can see that there. We just got literally the two. So, let's find out if they're any good. You know what? They're pretty good. In fact, they're very good. I think I'm going to be eating more of these in the future, you know. That is very, very tasty. Now, if you want to see any more on razorfish gathering, there's a couple of sites. There is Cornish shore and kayak fisherman. He's got some videos on razorfish, very detailed, and knows what he's talking about, so check him out. There's also another one, Coastal Foraging with Craig Evans. Guy's an expert. I believe he's up in Wales, and yeah, he goes out foraging for all sorts, a lot of plants as well. Great channel, great content. But yeah, I am definitely going to be eating more of these. Very nice, very sweet.